What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we will be doing the mission Studying the Corrupt. It is a level 21 mission. It is also a mission that opens up the dungeon for us. So that is awesome. It is located at -258, -1046 on top of the bridge. It is important to know that you'll have to be on top of the bridge because there is a lower level right here. So yeah, just on top of the bridge, in the middle of it, you started by simply walking towards these mages. And they will go ahead and try to open up this area for us, and it doesn't work. This doesn't work. Now we're a Ragni soldier. Perfect. Now, after all that dialogue, we're gonna get on our horse or just walk towards the east of the bridge, and we're gonna head to Elkern. Perfect. We can just head straight along this river here. Elkern is right along the river. And here it is right here. We are now in Elkern, and we have to head over into the town and talk to right over there to this guy. Okay. To Virax. Perfect. We go ahead and talk to him, and we have to go inside of the church. He gives us a key, an old basement key. So we're going to go ahead and go past this. We're going to go over here to the old church. Nice. And we're gonna go down here. It should automatically open if you have the key. We can just run straight through here. Oh, don't worry about these guys. You can do damage if you want. Just run straight. It's not really much of a maze. You just gotta go straight. Perfect. And now we are down here. We look at Gareth's old journal. We go through everything in the journal real quick. Perfect. Now we have to exit through this black cave right there. And now we have to go to the nether portal. We're going to get on our white horse. We're going to head northeast, and we will go over this bridge here. And we have entered the roots of the corruption right here. And yeah, it's our first time in the roots of corruption. There's a few missions that come here, and it's very interesting. Very, very cool looking, very, very imposing. And as we enter the roots of corruption, we will take this walkway over here to the right, and we will talk to this adventuring mage. Perfect. Just go through all of his talking points. Okay, so we come over here to the keep out sign. He gives us the dialogue, and then we have to talk to the mage. Perfect. Awesome. And now he will come and he will help open it up for us. And he will do some weird cool spell. Come on. There it is. There we go. And he opens it up for us. Perfect. We go inside of the cave. We go this way. Ignore everything. It's not really important. Perfect. Jump into the room. We look at the diary. Diary. Awesome. And now we visualize what Gareth did. Gareth got pushed into the nether portal. And when he came out, he wasn't the same. There's dried stains of red that can be seen on the page. And we just have to wait through this dialogue. It just has to happen. And when we are done, we are able to bring our knowledge all the way back to the sanctuary bridge. Just completely avoid all these people. They're not really helpful. Awesome. We come back to the cave. Teleports us back. And now we take our long journey. It is best actually to go up here instead of going back out the way we came. It's faster if we just go up here and out. So we go up the cave, and now we can probably just get on our horse and leave this way. So we get on our horse and we head back out this way, and going straight west will take us to the sanctuary bridge. There's no beacon for this part, so we're just gonna have to know that where we have to go. You can always retrace your steps, but I find that just going up and then going straight west is one of the easiest things to do. Just following this trail west, following the river as we did once before, just kind of heading in the western direction. And here is that bridge. We go up the bridge, all the way down, and we let this guy know what is up, my dude. Oh, we have to tell Potter, I believe. Yes, we have to tell Potter, and then we watch them as they open it up. We just have to shift through all the dialogue. Bam. Oh, okay. And success. They've managed to open it up. And just like that, we have completed the mission. And we have a dungeon key for the Lost Sanctuary, so it's really awesome. Alrighty, and switching over here to the wiki, we're going to go ahead and go through the story of studying the corrupt and the one that opens up the dungeon for us, the Lost Sanctuary dungeon. Okay, so it is a medium level 21 quest centered around the Lost Sanctuary dungeon and the story of Gareth. The preview is that Potter, Dumble, and Door have the mission to get to Gareth inside the Lost Sanctuary, but they are not able to open up the dungeon. Therefore, Potter asks us to help them out and find out Gareth's story in order to understand the magic that blocks the entrance of the Lost Sanctuary dungeon. So, when we get there, he's like, hey, see if you can find this out. We know that he studied in Alcorn many years ago. It might be a good place to start. So we head to Gareth and we end up meeting this guy Variax, and Variax says, hey, he could have lived here, but all the buildings have constantly been built over and over, breaking down and built over themselves. The oldest building, however, is the church. And now that you mentioned, there's something in the church that resembles like some interesting stories. So if you want to check it out, here I have the key because it's my grandfather's, so go ahead and check it out. So we check it out and we find Gareth's journal. And it says, Day 4, the year is 623 AP. My base of operations have been completed, along with the safety bunker. Day 18, it's become extremely dangerous to continue my studies. With the twains gone, the corrupt run wild. Day 53, my studies have yielded poor results. I only know what we already knew, that simple creatures must be enraged and corrupt. The fallen, both old and new, will rise near corruption. Day 91. My studies have hit a wall. I know from my extended stay that humans will not corrupt through proximity or touch. The corruption seems to affect everything differently. Land, animal, human mind, it's incomprehensible. Day 147. I fear there is nothing else to do but study the portal entrance for myself. If there is a cure, I'm sure it will have something to do with understanding the portal. I leave this journal in the hopes that it will be found and help those understand this plight better than I, though I admit my information is not helpful. The corruption acts independently and without intelligence. It does not think, it simply does. It's like an idea, a concept. An idea is something that cannot be destroyed. There's a map there located next to the nether portal with a big red X. So, one thing to point out during this story is that he mentions the Twains. There is a story of the Twains who helped the dead pass on in the Wynn province, and that will come in a later mission, level 48 and level 50, I believe. So it is very, very cool. And we'll get there eventually. So this is when they're first mentioned, the Twains. And Gareth here obviously was trying to understand the corrupt, and he decided to do something for himself. We find Gareth's old place by talking to this adventuring maid. She said it's said to be around here, but the entrance is probably fallen apart. If we look around here, when you have found it, I'll help you open it. He helps us open it because he's strong, and then we check out Gareth's notes because we find the base, and it says, this was a mistake. Beyond the portal holds no answers. I can feel my mind slipping through my very mindscape. I fear this may be my very last entry. You visualize Gareth's next few words. As I studied the portal closely, I found myself staring for hours, longing to enter just as I forced myself to leave. I was pushed. His final notes, and there's dried stains of red that can be seen on the page, presumably blood. Briefly, I saw beyond. I do not have the words to describe. Cold yet searing, land plagued by war and disease, and then I saw it. And simply, that is all that we know. We just know that he became corrupted, as we see in the images, in the cutscene. And so we bring that information back to Potter, and he said, we didn't realize that he was corrupted. So they try a simple spell, and it ends up opening the dungeon. So, and that is the whole story of Garroth. He was a man who tried to learn how corruption works, and all he knew is that it worked differently for everything else. And no one else besides the Twains could really help the dead pass on. So Garroth became mad. And yeah, that is the whole mission. And as we finish the mission, Potter gives us 3,600 experience points, which is all right. One Lost Sanctuary dungeon key, and access to the dungeon as well. So yeah, that is the whole wiki.